Lawmakers just wrapped up a special session over a 2-year budget stalemate, but Iowa lawmakers could be headed back to their state capital as well. News 8's Jonathan Ketz joins us now live with State Senator Jim Lykam as he has breakfast with him to explain what his thoughts are on a possible special session. Jonathan?
Yeah, here we go. I mean, the question is that Angie just mentioned, State Senator, is, we talk about the Illinois politics a lot in the Quad Cities, but do you think that Iowa lawmakers will be going back to a special session?
That is very possible because we have that $105 million hole. The governor can only move around $50 million of that, and historically, that number could go up or down by 10 or 20 million before September 30th. So if it does, she'll probably have to call a special.
Do you know when? I mean, that announcement we've heard is going to be made in September at some point. Do you know any closer?
The books don't close officially till September 30th. And as I said before, that gives the departments time to pay their bills. So it would have to be after September 30th she would call. Okay. Probably early October.
Okay. Let's talk about public universities. We were just talking about it off the air. Tuition increases, Iowa State, you and I. Do you support them? Because, I mean, the question is, I guess if you're the University of Iowa, you're getting less money from the state. Where else would you make cuts if you don't increase tuition?
Well, exactly, and the regents are going to increase tuition this coming 2017-18 school year, 5%, and which was a bad thing. $36 million cut to higher education that came in late. I mean, at the 11th hour, that's tough on the universities and our community colleges. We're going to be 127,000 workers short by 2025. And there's a lot of our employers are saying we don't have enough skilled workers, and a lot of them don't require 4-year degrees.
So are you saying that less people are coming into the state, more people are moving out? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, we're pretty stagnant. I mean, we've been stagnant population. We crept up a little, but we've been stagnant for the last 50 years, basically. So we have to keep the skilled workforce that we have to be, otherwise we lose our competitiveness.
Right. Real quickly, let's talk about the Davenport schools. They keep trying to get the funding formula changed within the State House, State Senate, and the governor's mansion. Where do you stand on it? And then more importantly, what's the likelihood that anything changes this upcoming legislative session?
Well, obviously, I support Davenport. They're $175 per student short, which is not fair. We thought we had a fix last year, but then the rural legislators brought up transportation issues. And some of those have 5 times as much transportation costs as the urban areas, and it just blew everything up.
Something
has to give, and hopefully maybe we can even talk about that if we're at special session. Can we fix it this year?
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Jim, thanks again once again for joining us for the 6:30 half-hour lightning round coming up at 6:55. Angie, send it back on over to you.
All right, John, thank you so much. And don't forget, we do a special Facebook Live to show you the behind the scenes of our Breakfast with conversations. That takes place right after Good Morning Quad Cities on the WQAD Facebook page. Next week, we're having breakfast with the organizer of Floatzilla. Eric will be live in a kayak at Sunset Marina next Thursday, starting at 5 a.m. with breakfast delivered by City Limits Saloon and Grill in Rock Island. Still ahead.